Yo, Freedom Marchers, what's good? We'll discuss something a little different today. Today I'm gonna discuss a little boxing. You know what I mean? No big deal. I just thought I'd like to get my thoughts out there about this situation. And no one in the boxing world on YouTube or anything like that has actually touched on this, but I'm going to touch on it because I feel like it's very important to draw the distinction and draw the comparison, kind of do a compare and contrast with this situation. Okay? For those of you who are into boxing, you probably know who Dimitri Bivol is, and you know who Devin Haney is. Devin Haney is the undisputed lightweight champion at 135. He's an undisputed lightweight. And of course, you know, Tank Davis has a belt, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Dimitri Bivol and Devin Haney. Why am I talking about those two? Well, to me, they're similar in a lot of ways. You know, they're both boxers. You know, their styles are different, but they still have a lot of similar situations in regards to their record. And I just wanted to touch on this because, you know, I think it's unfair how Devin Haney is treated in the world of boxing, okay? Dimitri Bivol gets all the props. I give Dimitri Bivol a lot of props. He's an excellent boxer, right? Although I feel like he does a lot of head hunting. He could do more body shots, body work. But his style, what he's doing, it works for him. I want to pay attention in particular to their boxing records, all right? Devin Haney has 29 fights, right? 25 wins, 0 losses. Okay, 29 wins, 0 losses, 15 knockouts. 15 knockouts. That's just over 50%, right? That's just over a 50% knockout rate. It's not a high it's not a box out rate. It's not a high knockout rate, of course. It's not along the lines of Tank Davis, who has like a 90-something% knockout rate. I think Tank Davis is what's his record? All I know is he has maybe 1 or 2 fights where he didn't knock somebody out. All right. But we're not talking about the knockouts. Well, we are going to talk about knockouts because it's very important. It's very important in the way that people praise Bivol and clown on Devin Haney. Now, 29 wins, 0 losses, 15 knockouts. Okay? Bivol has 21 wins, 0 losses, with 11 knockouts. Again, just over 50% knockout rate, right? Just over 50%. Just like Devin Haney. Bivol lets his hands go. He's very fast with his hands. He has great footwork, just like Devin Haney. Devin Haney, fast with his hands, good footwork. You know what I'm saying? Defense is okay, better than okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of volume, a lot of stuffing, a lot of jabs. You know, working the jab, working those 1-2 combinations. You know, throwing hooks in there every now and then. Just like Bivol. Bivol does basically the same thing. But for whatever reason, I've never heard anybody, right? I've never heard anybody say that Bivol had no power. I've never heard anybody talk about that. I never heard anybody talk about how Bivol is pillow-fisted, all this other shit. But that's what they say about Devin Haney. Devin Haney's pillow-fisted. Devin Haney doesn't have a chin. Although, Devin Haney has never been knocked down. Never in his career has Devin Haney been knocked down. Okay? I've seen him take big shots. Never been knocked down, but he doesn't have a chin. Dimitri Bivol, I've never seen him. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched too many of Dimitri Bivol's fights, and no one is highlighting any fight where Bivol got hit and maybe got rocked or something like that. But for whatever reason, people like to take this one instance where Devin Haney got hit with a clean right hand from Linares. As a matter of fact, right hand that knocked down Lomachenko, by the way. A clean right hand that knocked down Lomachenko and wobbled Devin Haney, who supposedly struggled the rest of the fight. I disagree. He got rocked a little bit, wobbled back to his corner, and shook it off. I don't call that a weak chin, right? My definition of a chin is Ryan Garcia, right? Linares is not known for not having any power, right? Linares, he's a good puncher, right? He's not the best puncher. He's not a Tank Davis puncher, but he's not, who's the dude that knocked down with a right hook, or with a left hand? I forgot his name. Luke somebody. Forgot his name. But Ryan Garcia got knocked down by someone who doesn't punch. You know what I'm saying? Knocked down, lost motor control of his arm to the point where his arm went behind him. You got rocked. Lost control of his arm, got knocked down. Ryan Garcia has a weak chin. That's Ryan Garcia, right? Linares is a bigger puncher than Luke Campbell, but didn't knock down Devin Haney, but he knocked down Lomachenko. But I've never seen anybody say Lomachenko has, they call him the Matrix. But never seen anybody call him weak-chinned. You know what I'm saying? His second professional fight, he lost his second professional fight. Never seen anybody call him pillow-fisted. Although I believe Lomachenko has a higher knockout ratio than Devin Haney. But the point is this. Why is it that no one calls Dimitri Bivol pillow-fisted? Right? Why is it that no one ever Dimitri Bivol ain't got no power? All they do is give this dude props for his boxing ability and for the great display he put on fighting Zurdo, and also Canelo Alvarez. He demolished Canelo, right? Just destroyed him. Made him look like a fucking amateur out there. Dimitri Bivol just put it to him. Put it to him so bad that he doesn't even want to entertain the thought of fighting him again. What's the point? You got schooled so badly that Dimitri Bivol's like, it's not a challenge. So he wants to fight Better Beef, which is, I feel like, is going to be a bigger challenge for Dimitri Bivol, which is why he wants to make that fight. But of course, Better Beef has a fight coming up, and then he has Ramadan, so I think he won't even be able to fight until like May or something like that. I forgot which month. But the point is this. Dimitri Bivol came out of nowhere. He was a cherry pick for Canelo Alvarez. But it's a cherry pick that went wrong, right? So Dimitri Bivol made a name for himself, destroying Canelo Alvarez. He's a household boxing name now. Now he has the leverage and the power that comes along with beating a Canelo Alvarez to make himself a better prospect to fight bigger fights. Much props to him for that, right? Much props to him. But when Devin Haney goes across the world to fight Kambosos twice, Kambosos had all the belts. He beat Teofimo Lopez, who beat Lomachenko, got all the belts at lightweight, 135. And he made Devin Haney take less money, right, to fly over there to fight him for the belts twice. Devin Haney went over there, destroyed Kambosos much in the same way Canelo was destroyed by Dimitri Bivol. He did it twice. Got all the belts the first time, kept the belts the second time. Was he weight drained in the second fight? Yeah, he was. He wasn't so weight drained and didn't look so emaciated in the first fight, but in the second fight, he didn't look as healthy, right? Didn't look as healthy. Was severely, extremely dehydrated. Came out and whooped on Kambosos. But it ain't good enough, right? Oh, well, you know, he's a weight bully, this, that, and the third. Oh, he drained himself to stay because he's scared to go to 140. Come on, man, miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. Cutting weight is part of the game, right? Cutting weight and then gaining 15, 20 pounds right after the weigh-ins, that's part of the game. That's part of it. But now all of a sudden it's an issue when Devin Haney does it. Oh, now he's trying to duck or he's trying to stay out of 140. No, Devin Haney said himself. He wants to take on a couple more fights at 135 and then move on to 140 because all the action is at 135. All the action is at 135. So he wants to stay maybe a couple more fights, then move up to 140. That's part of the game. I don't think he's afraid of anybody at 140. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why, you know, there's a number of those YouTubers out there that just don't want to give him his props. And it's all good. They don't have to. Fucking Paulie Malignaggi, he definitely want to give him props. Matter of fact, you know, he's talking about, Lomachenko was one white boy you wouldn't beat. Like, Paulie Malignaggi is an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I think he got knocked out too many times in his career. And then he went bare knuckle, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But, you know, I just wanted to talk about that real quick. It was very interesting to me. Because I looked into Dimitri Bivol a little bit, and I saw that his career and Devin Haney's career are very similar. Not a knockout artist, you know what I'm saying? Likes to put combinations together, likes to, you know what I'm saying, smother motherfuckers with punches and use their footwork. They both, you know what I'm saying? Their styles aren't exactly the same, but they do things the same way. They both have a little bit over 50% knockout rate. Well, actually, yeah, a little over 50%. So I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, Devin Haney is touted to be like the next Mayweather, but I don't know if y'all remember, Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking motherfuckers out, right? Pretty Boy Floyd can knock a motherfucker out. And when he became Money Mayweather, he stopped doing that so much to protect his hand and all that stuff and to be more of a boxer, right? He was already a great boxer when he was Pretty Boy, but he decided to, you know, he was going to focus on defense, and that's much kudos to him. You know, Mayweather is one of the best to ever do it. I mean, scientifically speaking, he is the best boxer that ever did it. Statistically speaking, you know what I'm saying? And so it's much like the same thing. They were saying that Mayweather didn't have any power once he became Money. But, you know, Devin Haney's only 23 years old. We have to understand that. He may not have what seems to be a lot of power, but he still has time to develop some power. He's never going to be the likes of Devin. He's never going to be on the level of Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis in terms of knockout. They just have a natural ability to knock motherfuckers out. I mean, it's in those fast twitch muscle fibers. Some people recruit more fast twitch muscle fibers than others. It's just what it is. But you can recruit more muscle fibers. You just got to work at it. You got to do the work. You got to focus on that type of thing. So, Devin Haney's career is still growing. He's still growing, still a rising star. He has a lot of opportunity to go out there and dazzle people, and so does Dimitri Bivol. So I just find it interesting that no one clowns on Dimitri Bivol like they do on Devin Haney, even though they are similar. The Confederate Christian said, hold on, can't really read the comments right now, I'm driving. But I saw something about Mighty Mouse destroying me. Y'all can go watch the video. I'm gonna let y'all judge for yourself. But there was no one destroyed anybody. It was a sparring match. It was a sparring match. Like, I wasn't even going 25%. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time sparring him. I wasn't putting any effort into it, really. I was focusing on defense. And that's just what it was. Like, it wasn't a serious fight. It wasn't a real fight. So I don't know how he could kill me. He didn't knock me down. He didn't wobble me, anything like that. Like, I mean, he was throwing hard punches. But, I have a strong chin and all that stuff. And, a thick skull, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to move me in that regard. He didn't destroy anything. He didn't kill anything. What he did was barely touch me. He barely hit me 3 or 4 times in those 2 rounds, or however many rounds it was. I wasn't really I wasn't letting my hands go. But I was avoiding most of his punches and all that stuff. I was using my reach and I was making him work for it. He was getting tired. But if I wanted to go a few more rounds, I could have. I have the stamina to go multiple rounds. But we went 3 rounds and he smoked a cigarette. So, it was what it was. No, he killed nothing. That was not a killing. See what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let him say what he wants. It wasn't even a real fight. It was a sparring match. But anyway. Nene, what you doing up in here? Anyway, don't you got class? So, yeah, man. I think I saw Jay with open eyes. You said something about fighting. What you talking about? Anyway, I can't really read the comments, but I'm working in Georgia. Right now, I'm on my way to lunch. Yeah, you can see it, but I don't have it myself. You would have to go to his website or go to his channel. I think it's Underground Fight League. You can probably find it by putting in Tyrant Gets Destroyed or something like that. You can find it. Again, it wasn't a fight. But if he wants to brag on it, more power to him. I didn't really land anything on him. Wasn't really trying to. Wasn't letting my hands go. I should have let my hands go more, but you have to understand something about and on much shorter guys who know how to use their center of gravity to their advantage. He knew how to use his center of gravity to his advantage, much like Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson was real low to the ground, and even getting a body shot around arms because he had big arms. Like, I wasn't about to waste my energy throwing a 6, 7, 8 punch combination on him, hitting the glove and arm, when I know that he's a solid guy. It wasn't going to do, like, you know how you can, if you fight somebody in a high guard, who has a high guard up, you can punch their arms and they'll eventually start dropping their arms. He has a lot of muscular endurance in his upper body. So like, and that's due to him wrestling and all the other. He conditioned himself to have a lot of muscular endurance in his upper body. And so punching his arms out, it was a sparring match. Like I said, I was trying to pick my shots. You know what I'm saying? I should have threw the jab more, but I didn't. But it is what it is. That's somebody I would have to pick my shots better. He's much shorter than me. So, and he was real low. It is what it is. But yeah, it's all gravy train. Anyway, I just thought I'd touch on that about Dimitri Bivol and Devin Haney, how their career is similar in terms of their boxing record, you know, but Dimitri Bivol does not get the same criticism that Devin Haney does for being a pillow-fisted fighter with no power. Like that, I've never heard anybody say that about Dimitri Bivol. But it is what it is. Other than that, yeah, it's a beautiful day out here, man. This morning it was like 21 degrees in Dalton, Georgia, and man, pretty damn cold. It was cold as hell. I had put on my thermal shirt with the little ski mask, you know what I mean? But it's all gravy. It is all gravy. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to touch on the Supreme Court, man, in a later video, in a later live stream, because they really tripping. And this is why I tell people, y'all should not rely on the Supreme Court to ensure your freedom and ensure your rights are intact. They're just gonna fail you, right? They're just gonna fail you. Like, they just refuse to take up a case where an individual was subjected to an unlawful search and seizure of his firearms. Okay, they manipulated him. His granddaughter said he was acting crazy, so they took him to the crazy house. And then, like, the cop tricked his wife. Well, basically said, if you don't give me your guns, then you're not going to get released from this mental health facility, which is very illegal and very wrong and unconstitutional. And went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, no, we don't want nothing to do with this. And so what is this going to do? This is going to embolden, right? This is going to embolden politicians and the executives to stand there to have their law enforcers do this all the time, right? This just opened the door for unlawful searches and seizures to happen all willy-nilly. And that's a problem. Now, I don't know why the Supreme Court denied it. Maybe it was a technical issue, but man, it's bullshit. So everybody that was cheering the Supreme Court on for half-ass doing their job and saying that the right to keep your arms outside the home is an individual right and you can't use and all that shit. You got district judges saying fuck the Supreme Court decision. I'm going to give New York State the ability to exercise these unlawful unconstitutional laws. And what's going to happen? The victims of tyranny are going to appeal it, and then it's going to go up to the Supreme Court again. And who knows what the Supreme Court is going to do with it? What are they going to do? Grand certiorari and then send it back, and you know, in light of Bruin, back to the lower courts? That already happened. It already happened. You see what I'm saying? At this point, what's supposed to happen is Kathy Hochul and all those legislators that came up with this shit need to be placed under arrest. That's just what it... Listen, they violated 18 U.S. Code 242 and 18 U.S. Code 241 in particular. They did. And the judge who said, yeah, you can keep doing that, needs to be placed under arrest as well. That's what needs to happen. And guess what? We have every right and capability of doing that. It is right there in the U.S. Code. They use the U.S. Code against us all the time to extort us, right? To kidnap us, to kill us. I mean, should they not be subjected to the same if they're violating 18 U.S. Code 241 and 18 U.S. Code 242? Because listen, the Supreme Court can't do shit. The Supreme Court is not part of the executive branch. And, hey, the executive branch, that's the branch that enforces the laws. So it doesn't matter what the Supreme Court or the legislators say. As a matter of fact, on the bright side of things, there are sheriffs out there that refuse to enforce anti-Second Amendment laws. So, I mean, and what are they going to do? Send enforcers to arrest the enforcers that refuse to enforce the law? No, they're not going to do that. I mean, they could. They could try to send the FBI out there to break up that sheriff's department and, federalize it, whatever the case may be. But they're probably not going to do that. So whoever is in control of the enforcers has the ultimate authority, and that is the executive branch. So just like, the Republicans, they gained control of Congress, and now they're doing these investigations and all this other stuff into Biden. Well, Biden is the executive. What if Biden says, no, fuck that? You're not arresting shit. I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? I mean, but if Biden was actually, they say allegedly he's involved in sex in human trafficking, along with Hunter Biden. Well, he needs to, if that's true, what needs to happen is they need to be, what the Bible said about people who mess with children. That's what needs to happen, right? What the Bible say? It's better to have a millstone tied around someone's neck than if they mess with children, something like that, and dumped in the ocean. So 3 months probation, 6 month probation, which is typically what is handed down to child molesters and whatnot. Yeah, that's not really good, is it? That's not justice. Anyway, I'm gonna get off this live stream. I'll holler at y'all later, man. But anyway, hit that like button on the way out. Like, share, subscribe, and y'all stay up, man. And y'all keep marching toward freedom. Peace.